Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is my first YouTube Live. So I'm very excited to be here with you guys. Sweet. We've got some people on here. We've got some questions popping up. Who's my best friend on my WPLL team? My best friend. Oh man, on my WPLL team, I don't know. We're all really, really close. The pride is like this, guys. We are all queens. I don't even know that I could, choose. Krista A, you love my TikToks. Amazing. They're way too fun. I absolutely love doing them. If you check out my Instagram at @AlexAust_, I just posted another TikTok today with Marcus Holman. I told him he should come in and make a little cameo today. But we'll see what he does. So yeah, this is me on here on this Instagram Live. I'm going to pull this up on my computer so I can see what you guys are putting in the comments. You follow me on Instagram. Amazing. Let's see. Ask me anything, Alex Aust.
So I have a tea base.
Yeah, so I hope everyone's staying safe out there. How fast can I run a mile? I honestly haven't done like an all-out mile in a minute. But I don't know. That's not really conducive to lacrosse, Ian. So I would say I could probably do it sub 7. Grace Jenkins, you love my workouts and you're doing it today. Amazing. Guys, so today I am going live on my Instagram at 5 p.m. And you can work out with me. You might need light weights and stuff. So whatever you have. If you don't have weights, you can grab candles. You can grab laundry detergent, works really well. You can grab whatever you want. How do I see on here what people are asking? Oh, here we go. The chat. That's where we're going. Okay. I'm going to start from the top and just answer some of these questions. Hearts to you, Kendall Washington, as well. My favorite stick. So right now, I am using the Under Armour Emissary. To me, it's my favorite Under Armour stick besides the Regime. I really love that one. It's just a little bit lighter than the Regime. Hey, Cammie. And I love it because it's a little bit offset, but it also lets me kind of handle the ball where I want it in that sweet spot. My go-to hairstyle, I would say, this is for lacrosse. For lacrosse, I just do like a pony with maybe like, I'll do like a pony and then I'll do like another hair tie down here so that it just stays in. I don't really do the braid because it ends up falling out anyway when I'm doing it. All right. How do I stay motivated? That's a good question. So for me, motivation goes definitely up and down. It is like a battle with yourself. Obviously, right now, it's really hard to stay motivated because with lacrosse seasons being postponed or being canceled, even some places, you kind of always have that carrot at the end of the tunnel, that goal that you're trying to reach. So now more than ever is to kind of look inside and be really, really conscious about what motivates you. So maybe it's even just outworking yourself. I listened to a really great quote the other day from a fellow instructor that said, good players work out, great players outwork. So just trying to outwork yourself and what you did yesterday. So for me right now, it's push-ups. I want to be better at, I want to be able to do 25 push-ups in a row without stopping. Maybe it's pull-ups, maybe it's a plank, something that you can kind of like play that game and test yourself. That's what's going to make it motivate you to kind of stay out there. Also, what motivates me is my teammates. I really feel like my teammates are always working their butts off, and you kind of have to have that fear inside of you that someone else is working harder than you or working out right now, especially when you don't want to do it. That's always what kind of helps me keep going. Okay. How old was I when I started playing lacrosse? I was in 4th grade, so about 10 years old, and I'm 29. So yeah, I've been playing for 19 years. That's crazy. That's probably older than all of you guys. I've been playing lacrosse longer than you've been born. Crazy, right? But yeah, that just means I love it still. Okay, game day foods. This is a good one. I don't know if you follow my hashtag Alex Eats franchise, but I love food. So, but on game day, it's changed throughout the years, but I really do try and keep it pretty simple. By simple, I mean not like a lot of sauces and stuff to kind of upset my stomach, but I do need to eat a lot. So I'll always do a protein, a starch. So whether that's a bagel with peanut butter on it, or it's a, grilled chicken with vegetables on the side, whatever's gonna make me kind of feel like I'm not hungry. I also kind of always snack during the game. So at halftime, I'll have some of those Gatorade chews. Honestly, you do not look 29. Let's go. I don't act like I'm 29 either. Staying out here TikToking with you fools, trying to keep up. But yeah, I snack at halftime. So I'll have like those Gatorade chews or maybe like a little bar of some sorts just to kind of give me that little sugar spike up. Okay. Aw, you guys are amazing. My favorite stringing. Okay, my favorite stringing is I love the Rail Elite. So I can actually go get my stick and show you guys. So I'm gonna actually make Marcus bring my stick in here in a second. But it's the leather in the middle, leather on the outside, and then it has the like hand ladder down it. So it's the Rail Elite. I actually don't use the little plastic things. I like it to be fully leather because I love being able to really feel the ball and break it in. Marcus, can you bring my lacrosse stick in here? The Under Armour, the one with the leathers, not the mesh. This is how I get him to make a cameo. All right. I'm looking for stick work drill to do while staying inside. What's your favorite stick work drill? So I don't know if you have a tennis ball or you have a lacrosse ball and you can go in your basement away from all windows and all valuable things in your parents' house or maybe even outside. But look who's joining us. Marcus Holman here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? Marcus Holman. I'm an attackman for the Archers Lacrosse Club, the PLL.
Go Archers.
Yeah.
Number one on the field, number one in your hearts.
Archers and Pride fam over here.
Yeah, that's what we are out here. You can buy an Marcus Holman jersey right now, actually, and you'll give them
You'll get a personalized video.
Personalized video from your boy if you purchase an Archers jersey. Pretty cool.
All right, I'm out. I got work to do. See ya.
Okay, so this is my stick. Under Armour Emissary. And then, like I said, I use the Rail Elite. So why I like using this is because you can really feel and like it can be really, really soft. I also don't play with like a massive pocket. So this allows me to have that pocket up here and I can just loosen this middle part and it allows me to kind of keep it in my sweet spot here. So this is the Rail Elite. Lax Pocket is who makes this. I don't know if Taylor or Ian can link that below for you. Lax Pocket. They're the best. Stick work. So my biggest thing, everybody, is keeping your stick in your hands. Even if you watch Marcus or I, when you walk around at your house, you can just be like holding your stick in your hands, just feeling comfortable with it, moving it both ways. If you have a tennis ball, you can, or one of those Lax balls, the balls that are like soft balls that you can use inside, just always have it in your stick and really be cradling. Cradle with it up high, cradle with it down low, kind of bring it everywhere, wherever you feel comfortable. And that's what's going to really make you feel more comfortable with your stick. And you guys have nothing but time right now. My challenge would be, and this is what I'm telling my club girls to do, is to spend 15 minutes at least just on a wall or on your bounce back. So whether that is like literally you go outside and throw the stick and you put your AirPods in, because I know all you guys got that. You got the clout. So put your AirPods in and just throw that ball up against that wall for like 5 songs. And then you can come back inside. What's my favorite workout? Okay, my favorite workout is I am like a hybrid workout kind of person. I love to do HIIT. I love to do yoga. I love to run. I love to do spinning. So for me, my favorite type of workout is one where it has great music, I'm having fun, and I'm with a friend or a teammate. Right now, guys, it stinks we can't be with our friends and our teammates, but we can do all these awesome virtual workout classes, which I think is really cool. So so many people, including myself, are offering these free classes, and it's really fun to kind of ask your friends to log on with you and do these workouts. And it's just, I think it's a lot easier to make sure you kind of stay on track when you have someone telling you what to do. Best footwork drill. Okay, so footwork is definitely going to be different based on position, but for me, it's all about like being explosive because I'm an attacker. So that's working on a lot of glute stuff and a lot of hamstring stuff. So I don't know if you guys have any booty bands of those like those stretchy bands. I think I have one in here too. I can get you. Put those around your knees, do hip raises, do deadlifts, any stuff like that. That's going to make you have stronger glutes and hamstring activation, which is in turn going to make you quicker. As far as footwork stuff, something really simple and weird is seeing how fast you can literally tap your foot in 30 seconds, how many times you can do it. Then doing your left foot, then tapping out to the side, then tapping back. Just trying to like in your brain, getting that mind to foot connection. And you do that only by training and practicing. Okay. You're shocked with my dance skills? Are you kidding me? I did not dance. Actually, I'll show you guys on my Instagram. I have a really funny, I did like ballet when I was like 6 years old, and then my dad really cut that out because I don't know if he saw that a star was being born up there, or if he was just kind of like, you got to get out to team sports, girl. But I've always been obsessed with dancing. I literally, like, if you ask Taylor, I was always the one dancing in the locker rooms before games. It makes me happy. I think it gets your endorphins pumping, and it also doesn't matter, right? What you do, you're just doing what feels good in your body, and it's really fun. So I highly suggest, and that's why I love TikTok, is because TikTok just like makes everyone dance, which I love. You follow me on Instagram. Thank you. Tips for new players. Okay, so new players out there. My biggest thing is I understand lacrosse can be super daunting and also really intimidating. The biggest thing is getting your stick in your hand as much as you can. So that is going to be what's really important. Being able to feel comfortable when you're catching and throwing. That's what you need to do in order to play on the field. So if that means going outside more, if that means throwing the ball up against the wall more, whatever that is for you, just try and keep your stick in your hands as much as possible. Watch lacrosse too. You guys you're on YouTube right now. There's plenty of highlights. There's plenty of channels out there that have full games. Watch lacrosse games. That's what's going to make you a better player, is by literally watching people do things that you never even thought were possible. Flying through these. Have I ever played goalie? Oh my gosh. I played goalie in rec 1/2, and I almost started crying. I was like, this is the scariest thing that has ever happened. A ball hit me right on my thigh, and I almost gave up. I started moving out of the way. I started moving out of the cage and just trying to catch it with my stick. Yeah, so I should never be goalie. I think goalies are amazing people, and I think they're a little crazy. My best friend's a goalie, so it's okay to say that, but props to you. Whoever's going to put themselves in front of a 75-mile-per-hour shot is just, that's amazing. Okay. Oh, best piece of advice you've gotten for lacrosse and in life. Okay, best piece of advice in lacrosse. I would say Cathy Ries gave it to us. She would say before every game, expect nothing and prepare for everything. So prepare for any type of scenario, right? And then expect nothing of that sort to happen. So expect, even if you prepare for them to be in a face guard, or you prepare for the other team to, be in a zone, or you think that you've worked so hard, you've prepared to have an amazing shooting day, and all of that turns to crap, and you don't have any of that, what are you then going to do? So it's being able to be flexible and understand what's happening, but then also preparing for everything to happen. So that was the best piece of lacrosse. And I've also kind of used that in my life. So, trying to be really solid and concrete in my preparation, in my work ethic, in my morals, but then also being able to be flexible with everything life throws at us, like this coronavirus and COVID, right? This is something that we could have never expected to happen, but it's happened. So how are you preparing for this? How are you using this time to make yourself a better person, a better lacrosse player on the other side of it? Yeah, I just liked your TikTok comment. Yep. TikTok for life. What position do I play? I play attack. I played midfield all of my life until I got to college. And then I played attack in college because that was the spot that was going to get me on the field. So as much as you guys are like headstrong and like, I don't want to play defense, you know, when you're at like camps and stuff and they're like, okay, who plays defense? And like no one puts their hand up. Shoot your hand in the air because that means you're getting on the field, right? The best position to play is the one that is on the field in the game. So if you're going to be like headstrong and be like, no, I want to play midfield, but there's 1 million midfielders, maybe you play attack or defense. Maybe you take that day to learn a little bit more about yourself in that position. So, but I play attack now in my late professional years of age. My favorite position and why? Well, I guess my favorite position is attack because I play it, but yeah, no, it's my favorite because I love team offense and I love working with other people. I think defense is really beautiful and awesome too because you have to be solid and have good communication, but there is nothing like a, you know, goal that has like 3 hockey assists in it. So there's nothing like a goal where every single person on the attack touches it, or a transition goal where, you know, you're bombing that ball around and then it's a 1v1 with the goalie. Like we all know, we've all been there. That feels amazing. So that's definitely my favorite attack. But I love my middies, I love my defenders, I love my goalies. Come on, we need them all out there. They do what I can't do. I should do a camp in Minnesota. I would love to do a camp in Minnesota. I've been there before when in the summertime, and it is beautiful on those lakes. That is like the coolest culture you guys have up there of just like taking boats to each other's houses in the summer. Like so dope. I love that. Did I go live with Kylie O'Miller last Friday? No, I did not, but you're probably thinking of my sis, Marie McCool, the other half Asian lacrosse player out in the professional world. Marie McCool went live with her, I think. But I'm totally fine to be mistaken for her. She's incredible. How do I stay motivated to work out during quarantine? Make a schedule and stick to it. On Sundays, I like to make a schedule and say, Monday, I'm going to do this live workout, or I'm going to do this workout on Peloton. Peloton right now is offering a 90-day free trial, and that is awesome. You can literally go on there. They have yoga, they have boot camp, they have running. You just put the app in your headphone. You can play it on your TV. And you know, so 3 days a week, I'm going to do Peloton. 2 days a week, I'm going to do Alex Aust, IG Live workouts. And then, you know, 4 days of the week, I'm going to go outside and do wall ball. I'm going to run for the other 2 days. So make a schedule and stick to it. Once you make those promises to yourself, it's really important to keep those because you wouldn't lie to your best friend, right? So you can't lie to yourself. What's my favorite lacrosse conditioning drill? Oh, any drill that doesn't feel like I know it's conditioning. So hidden conditioning is my favorite. So we used to do like balls from the 50 where we're just like going to goal and you're running back and you're going to goal and you're going to goal. That kind of stuff is hidden conditioning. So that's the ones that I like. I also, anytime you can scrimmage, if you just don't go back to the draw and you just clear it from the goalie, it's pretty much a conditioning drill there. Thoughts on shaft lengths in the women's game. Should manufacturers make 2 lengths of shaft for girls and women? A defensive shaft that is the current shaft, and an offensive shaft that is shorter in length. So I don't know that manufacturers should necessarily like make that a sell. I do think making a younger like girls size one would be cool. However, most poles you can just take like a hacksaw and cut them down. I think it's kind of nice to have like a standard one, the one we have now, and then we'll be able to cut them to what you think is your works for you. So this is like what someone did to me. My club coach did to me when I was younger. If you take your stick and you put it underneath your armpit, and then you point your finger, and that's how long it should be. So mine's pretty much normal. However, I'm pretty tall and I'm an attacker, right? So a short stick for me wouldn't make much sense because I should use that to my ability. I can get things up in the air. People can pass me, feed me things that are a lot higher that I can then be able to catch and like control. But if I had a little stick, I necessarily wouldn't be able to get those things. I can also get ground balls faster than other people because I can get there faster. The way to make this happen too, if I don't want to get checked, is I choke up on my bottom hand and I do a little mini stick here, right? So if I'm shooting from out here, I think a longer pole is going to give you a little bit more whip too, and a little bit more speed on your shot. So if I'm in tight, my top hand will be all the way up here and my bottom hand, I'll slide up into like a little mini stick. Pew. Good question though. How do you keep a positive mindset? I think that it's a choice, you guys. So you wake up every morning and you can choose whether you're going to be positive or negative. I think that it's also like a sickness if you're a negative. It's do you ever feel like negative people are just constantly being negative because it's like what they're used to? It's the same thing with being positive. Of course, you're going to have things that happen in your life that make you do not feel great, but it's about going back to that training. If I've been positive for 100 days and then I have one bad day, it's going to be a lot easier to flip back to being positive because I have that in my bank, right? But if I've been negative for 100 days and I'm trying to then flip it, it's going to be real hard because I'm not used to being positive. Also, it's really important, guys, to be really protective of what you're consuming and who you're around. So if you are around people that are really negative, maybe stop being around them as much. Maybe kind of like let yourself take an inventory and be like, okay, you are really negative and you make me bring you. It's hard for me. I have to actually overcome you as well for myself to be positive. So just know that maybe you don't cut them out of your life, but you just take a step back, protect yourself, and just make sure you're wary of what you're allowing in. Okay. What's the best part of being a Maryland alum? Oh my God, how much time do you have? The best part about being a Maryland alum is the people. I am so grateful to be surrounded and have these friendships and relationships with like Taylor and people that have gone through what I've gone through. It is really freaking cool to leave Maryland, and it doesn't matter what athlete you talk to, if they play soccer, if they play basketball, if they have so much pride in being a Terp that is like such a cool thing. Everyone wants to go back as many chances as they can. Everyone's cheering on everyone else. It's a really cool environment of excellence and winning and repping that black, red, white, and yellow, baby. Go Terps for life. Go Alex, go. What's up, TC? How did Cathy Ries impact my playing? Cathy is, I think, the best in the game, male or female, at empowering people and individuals to be confident. So I think she knows each player is different, and I think she knows what each player needs in order to be the best that they can be. Of course, it's up to that player to then become great, but she sees that greatness in each and every one of us. So for me, she just told me that I was awesome. And she told me that I'm great when I decide to be great, and that she believes in me, and that she wants me to go to goal, and that she knows how great I can be. And those kind of like, she knew that I needed the confidence from her, from my teammates, in order for me to kind of have that confidence in myself. So she gave that to me, and that's a power, the superpower that I will forever be grateful for. Cool. What other sports did I play? I played every sport ever. The first like technical sport I played is karate. I did karate when I was 4 years old, and I got my black belt when I was 6. It was so fun. I love sparring. I traveled the country, and I actually sparred for the US team as well. So I have a bronze medal, which is kind of funny. To think about it that way. But, and then I did, all the gamut of the little kid sports. So I did soccer, I did gymnastics, I danced, I did, swimming. I did swim team up until high school. And then, once it kind of got more serious and I realized what I loved more, my true loves were basketball and lacrosse. I don't know if you also saw my Instagram, but I put up a TikTok of me dribbling a basketball, and like, holy crap, once you stop playing a sport, it's really hard to pick it back up again. And I am like disappointed in how bad I am at basketball now compared to what I was in high school when I was playing all the time. But anyone will tell you it doesn't have to be basketball. I think if you play soccer, that's great. If you play field hockey, that's great. Volleyball, swimming, track, any other sport you are playing is going to make you a more valuable athlete. Every single player at Maryland, every single player on the US team that I've played with has played another sport competitively. And I think it's because A, it uses different muscles. B, it teaches you different things. Basketball, you understand defenses, you understand how to run a pick and roll. Soccer, you understand spacing, you understand how to catch and move the ball. Field hockey, you have that hand-eye, but instead of being up here, you're all down here, so you're better at ground balls. Swimming, you have the lung capacity, to be able to have that endurance. So every single sport you do, no matter what it is gonna benefit you if you choose to excel in lacrosse. So I think it's vital if you want to be that top athlete. What's it like being a sponsored athlete? I think it's one of the coolest things, and it's something that when I was younger, I would have never, ever, ever thought that would have been a possibility for me. I think I just always have followed my heart and just do what I love, which is playing sports. And it's really, really cool that both Taylor and I have a company that backs us, that is allowing us to play the sport we love, and helping us do it. So, we get tons of swag. We get sticks, we get shoes, we get just points. We can go online at Under Armour and just buy whatever we want. We also get money, which is nice, and supports us. And then we get to hang out and meet other awesome athletes. Like, I've gotten to meet really cool people with being on Under Armour. Recently, I got to meet Lindsey Vonn, which was really cool. I got to listen to Michael Phelps, and I got to listen to Bryce Harper, Natasha Hastings, just people that I look up to in the sports world, and I would have never had a connection to them if it weren't for Under Armour. So I'm really grateful for that. Best shooting drill. So I love shooting with a goalie or with someone to help me feed. I really like taking a bucket of balls out there and having a friend and kind of feeding each other and cutting and shooting. But basically for me, any shooting drill that you can mimic the shots you take on the field. So if you are a crease attacker, make sure you're going 100% dodging from around the crease and then shooting. Or if you're up top, you're kind of switching it up. Of course, practice ones that you don't do, but don't just go there and sit at the top of the 8, pick up balls and just rip them out an open net. That's not going to give you that's not going to help you, right? Find different spots on the field that you would actually do in a game and go to goal that way. Oh no, I went to the bottom. Let me kind of try and fall. Developing a strong shot practice, and it also isn't just your arms, it's working your legs and your core, right? So that comes all that power is going to come from your lower body and from that twist. So I just put up on my other Instagram or on my TikTok, if you guys follow me on TikTok, a beef of shooting. If you focus on yourself to have that good form, that's what's going to make you have a harder shot. Practicing bad form over and over again, you're only ever going to get so far shooting wise. You want to nail down the fundamentals perfectly and then grow on that. If you can shoot perfectly, you'll then be able to grow leg muscles, core muscles to make it stronger, if that makes sense. Maybe do push-ups or like planks for strong arms. Yes. I don't know if that was a question or a suggestion, but those work. Do I have any pets? Yes, I have a cat named Bruce. He's not in here right now. I think he's out with Marcus, but he's really funny. And we watch Tiger King, which is insane, absolutely insane. And now every time I look at him, I think he's like a little tiger, and I'm a tiger queen. And then I have 2 dogs at home. My sister has a dog, so I have a nephew, little mini dachshund, Finn. He's very cute. And we have a German Shepherd at home named Leah, and then a little mutt named Lefty. What should I do to be an attacker? Ooh, love my glasses. These are Warby Parker. They are cool. What should I do to be an attacker? Stick work. The biggest thing for an attacker, speed and explosiveness and stick work, okay? So if you cannot catch and throw, you cannot be an attacker. You can't play lacrosse if you can't catch and throw, right? But also being an attacker, they make sure the ball is safe in our hands, right? So we need to be able to confidently almost catch everything and finish. That's really our job, catch and finish. Or create, right? So if you're a dodger, you want to be able to dodge and get by your players. Do I wear turfs or cleats or regular field cleats? I wear cleats. I'm definitely a cleat person. I actually wear soccer cleats. Those are because I just like that they're a little like lighter on your feet and they kind of mesh to your foot a little bit better. And I feel faster in them. So I wear soccer cleats. I don't ever wear turfs. The only time I'll wear turfs is if I am at the University of Maryland and I am on turf. Even on there's just like an AstroTurf. Even if I'm on like field turf, I'll wear cleats just because I don't know how the heck people wear turfs and cut and be able to kind of, especially defenders, like you need to be in cleats. Tips on recruiting. This is such a broad question. Recruiting though, I would say do your homework. Right now, the recruiting rule has changed so that they can't contact you till September 1st of your junior year, which I think is amazing. You don't want to be committing to something too fast. So in this time, if you're beforehand, do your homework and see what you like. Do you like a big school? Do you like a small school? Do you like private, public, a lot of sports, no sports, liberal arts? Do you want to be far from home? Do you want to be close to home? Do you want Division 1, 2, 3? There's so many things that you need to think about that makes you happy. Am I going to be happy if I get injured and I can't play lacrosse going to that school? Okay. But then am I also going to be happy playing lacrosse every day at that school? So you have to look at the coaches. You have to look at the team. You have to look at the culture. And then you also have to look at, do I just like the school? Do I want to take a flight when I go? Or do I want to be able to drive there? Am I a city school? Am I a country school? Tons of things that you have to figure out that make you happy before you can even start to think about the recruiting process. How can you, in college, would you say you worked on stick skills every day, wall ball keeping? Yeah, every day. I would say in college, we started every practice with stick work of some sort and even just partner passing. Or if you drop the ball, you had to get on the wall for 50. It's vital. And like, if you think LeBron James doesn't still practice his free throws, you're wrong. At every level, you are still doing the same dominant, non-dominant, switching hands, quick stick. So don't roll your eyes at your coaches when they make you do it because it's important. How did I get recognized? How can you get recognized by colleges? Depending on where you live, it's all going to be really based on your club team more so. If you're in a non-traditional area, you can look up a lot of these awesome events that they have that we'll have a lot of colleges at one thing, and then you can be exposed to that school. I also think if you really love a school particularly, try and go to like a winter clinic or like a a summer clinic. Those small little fall play days and stuff, that's gonna have you, one, get to meet the coach get to meet the coach and see if you even like working with them, and two, get you exposed to them. And they don't seem to be as expensive as the overnight camps. So those day clinics, if you have film and highlights too, definitely send those. I think coaches also, biggest thing with film and highlights, everybody, is don't just like clip you catching and scoring, right? Try and clip the whole clip of like how the ball was moving beforehand, and then you caught and scored, okay? So college coaches understand lacrosse. They just want the longer clip. Anyone can look good when it's just like pew, 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 pew. You want like a full clip. You watched Tar Heels in BC this morning. Very cool. That was a great game. I play goalie and I wake up every day with a new bruise. I'm sorry, Lainey. That is tough. Favorite experience with USA Lacrosse? Definitely winning a gold medal. That was really, really cool. The World Cup was like one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. It felt like Hogwarts. It was like every single country had their flags hanging out of their windows, and like so much patriotism, and like everyone's into it, and like we're all like out there to battle, and you have like New Zealand in front of us, and like they're in their traditional garb, which is so cool. You have like Japan, you have all of these different countries, and just seeing us all play the sport we love was really cool. And then obviously being able to win a gold medal was legit. I should do a camp in Wisconsin. I would love to do a camp in Wisconsin. Never been. Here you got great cheese. Hook a sister up. DM me. I'll come out there. Do I play contacts? Do I play with contacts? No, these are blue light glasses. I have perfect vision. These are just for, because all I've been doing is staring at my phone and virtually coaching. So on YouTube. So this is what these protect my eyes from. What's the biggest piece of adversity that you faced? Oh man, so much. I think that sports prepare us. In sports, you fail all the time, right? You fail a run test, you fail getting a time, you fail by losing a game, and it's how you respond to those that really train you to, in the outside world, be able to handle adversity and stuff that's bad. So I have been cut from teams. I have lost in the national championship games. I have made some poor choices in my life on certain things, and every single one of those I've definitely been able to use the training I've gotten from sports to be able to overcome them a little bit better. Was there fitness testing in college? Yeah, we had to do a run test every year, sometimes 20 times in a semester, depending on if you didn't pass. And we did 2100. So it was 100 yards sprint in 18 seconds. And then you had the 42 seconds to come back and you started on the next minute. So you had to do 20 of those. It was mentally probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. How do I get my name out there to college coaches? Start emailing them. Start getting your name at the top of their inbox, but be really intentional with your emails. So send a highlight, let them comment something about the school that you really like. Double check what the name is so that I'm not saying, Dear Cathy Ries, when I'm emailing Carolina, right? So make sure your parents or like someone else proofreads your emails before you send them. When you do your live workouts, how does it work? Just go on to Instagram today at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll pop up at the top, Alex Aust _, and you'll just click on that, and I'll be there. And you just need yourself and some weights today. What would you include in your highlight for college? I would say definitely like hustle plays. Depends on position, but I would say like how you are assisting or how you're getting the ball back. If you're an attacker, not just goals, making sure you're showing you redefending and getting the ball back. If you are a midfielder, maybe you show some draw controls. You show yourself playing one solid 1v1 defense or a good slide or an interception on defense. Just kind of trying to get the full spectrum of your game into a highlight clip. How did you choose my college? What felt right? I went to literally every college under the sun. Legitimately. My dad took me to like 25 visits because I love everything. So he wanted to make sure that I really loved my choice. And when it came down to it, I fell in love with Cathy and I fell in love with the team. So Cathy sold the deal for me. She was incredible. And it was the team culture that really sold me and brought me in. Maryland is my fave D1 college. Same. Oh no. It keeps going to the bottom, guys. Sorry. What's my favorite thing about coaching? I love impacting you guys and I love learning from you guys and I love staying relevant in the game. So the game is changing so much. And I love that I get to be a part of it by coaching and trying to figure out like what's happening and what's going on. So I just love being a part of the game in any way that I can. What are some things you did daily and individually as a high schooler that you think benefited your game? I worked out every day. Whether it was like with my team, individually, playing a different sport, I was active every single day in high school. And I think it prepared me for college. I think it's what made, but it's what I love, right? And I'm not saying I loved it every day. It's really hard some days, but I enjoy doing it. So for 90% of the time I enjoy doing that. That's a good thing. What TV shows are you currently watching? We just finished Tiger King and now we're on season 3 of Ozark. And that show, man, I have a stomachache the entire time. I'm like, just on the edge of my seat, just like, who's gonna mess up? Who's gonna die? It's very good. What level did I get up to in gymnastics? I don't know, because I can't even do a handstand anymore. I mean, I can for like a second, but not like really. Not high enough to know that I even had a level. Did I live in New York when you played lacrosse? No, I have lived in Maryland for the past, since 05, 15 years. Do I ski? I do ski. My boyfriend Marcus lives out in Salt Lake City, and we actually went skiing this past winter, and I hadn't skied for 14 years. Crazy, but I skied when I was growing up a lot because I just started playing basketball and I didn't have time for it. But I'm really happy that I've picked that back up. It's a really cool hobby that I'm excited to keep doing into my older years. What's a good way to ask people to work out with you? You just ask them. Say, hey, I'm doing a challenge and I think we should be sweat accountability partners. Will you work out with me today? Wall ball. Favorite wall ball routines, and with wall ball, do you move your feet or you static, or I do both? I do both. I like you can kind of like shuffle your feet forward and back towards the wall. You can move your feet out and around. You can stay to one side and kind of hit it. I think just switching it up, don't always be like sitting there standing. You're never doing that in a game, right? You're never feet planted, catching and throwing like this in a game. So even if it's just like a little bounce in your feet, just staying athletic with it, that's gonna help you a lot. Will you be at WL Futures in July? I really want to meet you. I hope so. My plan is, so I hope to meet you too. Definitely come up to me and say hi. I love meeting people that I meet on here. Austin, what's up? I didn't know you were on here. Where do you think that women's lax will be in 5 years, 10 years? The Olympics, hopefully, right? I hope we're in the Olympics. I hope that we keep being innovative and we keep just like crushing it. I hope we're on TV so much more than we are now. I hope that we have a massive deal and people can be professional athletes full time, and that we are crushing it because girls rule. Oh God, sorry guys, it keeps going to the bottom. If I could add one rule from the women's game, one rule from the women's game to the men's game, what would it be? One rule from the women's game to the men's game. Maybe like having their face-off be a draw. Like, I think sometimes the face-offs get like so boring and it's just like, oh my God, and they're just sitting there and just clamping for so long. So maybe if it was up in the air, that someone would get the ball quickly. Probably be a little scary because they're in pads, but like I think that would be way faster. And then they could start coming to some Taylor Cummings draw clinics. And then from the guys' game to us, I love that the men's game is 6v6 and not 7v7. I think it just makes so much more sense. I would love to go 6v6 and just not have that seventh person not know where they're going. How and when did I know I wanted to play in college? So I always knew I wanted to play a sport in college. I just didn't know which one. And I knew once I started getting offers for lacrosse at higher level schools, I just knew I always wanted to play at the highest level of competition that I could. So being able to play lacrosse at Maryland, I was like, ain't gonna get better than that. Should we be worrying about trying to get recruited by colleges freshman year of high school? No. You should be focusing on becoming the best lacrosse player you can. They literally cannot talk to you until junior year, September 1. So like they are working on that class. This gives you time. So now you have time up until that summer before your junior year. That's when they really start to look at you for the first time. So just work on becoming a better lacrosse player, working on falling in love with the sport, falling in love with the process and training. What do you eat while trying to stay fit? I eat a lot, but I try and eat pretty clean. But that doesn't mean that I don't have treat meals, is what I like to call them. I love sweet potatoes. I love chicken. I love Brussels and kale. I just like making like big Buddha bowls and just like dousing them in my favorite dressing of the moment in hot sauce. And I just think it fills you up and it makes you feel real good. I'll do a smoothie for breakfast. And then like I'll do maybe like an avocado toast or something for lunch and then a bowl for dinner. Favorite stick trick. I don't know what you guys keep saying. Like, I don't know how to explain them, but go to my Instagram and at the Full House one that we did, the first stick trick I did is probably my favorite. I don't even know what to call it. I need to call it something. If you guys can think of a name, comment on that one, what I should call it. I'm a huge perfectionist, so I don't love working on my offhand. Any tips? Girl, I get it. It's so hard. But the biggest thing is you're not gonna get better at it by just not doing it, right? So the reason your left hand doesn't feel great is because Marcus taught me this the other day. Right-handed, right? My top hand is doing all the work here. So I need my left hand to feel comfortable instead of just holding it here. So do a lot of one-handed, left-handed stuff. One-handed. And don't be so hard on yourself. If you don't catch it, like, who cares? You think all of us just walked out of the womb being able to catch and throw? No, we had to learn. Do you have any interesting book or podcast suggestions? Books. This is my favorite book right now, The Daily Stoic. So it's just little passages every single day, and they're really short, and then I take notes on them. So today, April 2nd, was be wary of what you let in. So kind of what I was talking about with the positive and negative things. So it's saying, uninvited guests might arrive at your home, but you don't have to ask them to stay for dinner. You don't have to let them into your mind. So control whatever you want to put into your mind. It's really cool, really short and easy to kind of set yourself up for the day. Austin, I agree. I would love for an Alex Eats, but I'm dying to get back into a restaurant. Talk about, taking for granted things that you really miss. Like, I miss sitting in a restaurant, and I miss hugs, and I miss handshakes, and I can't wait for those to come back. I do love to eat. So we don't play games in here. All right, a couple more. How much did you have to market yourself for college to notice you? No, you definitely have to put yourself in front of colleges. They're not just going to notice you. It doesn't matter how good you are. You have to expose yourself. So whether that's playing in tournaments, playing on club teams, going to their camps, emailing them, you've got to put yourself out there. So I'd say it's mostly you marketing yourself, and then hopefully the colleges will notice you. Okay, last question. What's the one thing you wish you knew before coming to college to be a student athlete? One thing I wish I knew. To not sweat the small stuff and just know that that's going to be like the best 4 years of my life. So just when it got hard or when I got down on myself, just continuing to be positive and knowing that, like, I would do anything to go back. I would run that run test 100 more times to be able to go back. So not taking for granted being able to be there. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's what you got from me, guys. This has been really fun. Thanks, Kendall, Washington. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you, Taylor, my girl, for letting me pop on here and just do a live. And also, make sure you follow me on Instagram at AlexAust_, ALEXAUST_. I think Ian linked it below. And do my live workout with me later. And if you do, make sure you send a comment in there. I look through the comments afterwards and I can see who's been doing them. And it'll be really cool to know that you were from this YouTube live earlier. Yeah, and also don't be a stranger. Reach out. And this was really fun. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Peace out.